I've been a police officer now for 17 years in downtown Kansas City. Working in the inner city can present its challenges. Large problems with drug, gang, prostitution activity.
In the 20 years that I have been here, I've seen this neighborhood just plummet. The people over here feel abandoned, like nobody cares. I'm just believing that God is going to use Hope City as a powerful force in the neighborhood.
We need much prayer in the inner city.
I started using drugs at a really young age. By the time I was 16, I became a junkie. I got married soon after that. My husband was also a drug addict. And we got saved along the way, several years later, but we both had to go back and do jail time. When we got out of jail, we had a desire to go back to the streets because one thing that we left behind was our hearts. Our hearts burned with it. That's where Hope City was birthed. It was birthed out of a longing to see people set free. In the beginning, we fed about 40 people a day in the soup kitchen, and that's probably went to 1,000 to 1,200 people a week.
We've given over 400,000 pounds of food in less than a year. We serve 350 people each week with groceries. 1,200 to 1,500 hot meals go out of Hope City each week.
We have washers and dryers where if they need to come in and do laundry, they can do that. And then if they're homeless or if they're in a situation maybe where they don't have no water in their house, they can come in and take a shower.
The people come in and we see the transformation. We've seen over 100 people saved.
Won't you send me down to the heart of the city to testify and to prophesy for you? Every stronghold's coming down. Bring it down, God. Bring it down. Bring it down, God.
There's a lot of kids that hang out at Hope City. They come in, we get to minister to them, we teach them the Bible, and we teach them to pray.
You ask for if they have any prayer requests, that they need prayer for their mom, that she does drugs or stuff like that, and just their testimony, how they love to be here. The kids that are coming here will remember Hope City for their whole life.
We started a 3-month training program, an intensive, and the design was to raise up intercessors that knew how to minister to God, and then out of that they were able to minister to people coming in off the streets.
You're dealing with people that they could have either just came straight out of coke, or they were a gang member, or they were a player, or whatever the situation is. So to have a place where instead of running away to a drug house, they could sit before God and worship Him. And they need to be able to transfer that energy into something that could draw them closer to Christ. And the prayer room is a perfect place to do that.
This place gives me more thirst to learn about the Word and the knowledge and the wisdom of the Lord. There's no doubt in my mind that the Lord is alive, man. Jesus is alive. I don't care what anybody says.
We're seeing 10,000 ex-drug addicts who've been set free.
Organizations like Hope City are able to come into an environment like this and provide, just like the title says, hope.
Worship and intercession, that's the key. It's so vital, man, and that's why I believe so much in this place. That even if they kick me out, I ain't gonna leave.
God is at work in the inner cities. While people are moving out, God is moving in. I think that revival's coming, and I think that God is going to bring in the hopeless. He's going to touch the addict. I believe that God is in the business of touching the homeless, touching the poor, and bringing them in and setting them on the wall. We will see the drug addict turned over and functioning within the body of Christ.